thank God another one no dey. What is the story behind that song, please?
Okay. One of the things that I love about God is that He shows us mercy, and He allows us to be able to express His love and His personality to people in different ways, in diverse ways. So, at a point in my life, I was homeless, and I was homeless for about 8 years. And for those 8 years, I was living on that trailer in Kaduna. So when they park this trailer, these long trucks, I would look for any one of them in the trailer park and then sleep under. So I think they have this net that they usually create under the truck. So you just find a way of sleeping on it. So that was my story for a couple of years, for 8 years. Till God started to turn things around and all of that. So a few years ago, I went to that was in 2018. I traveled to Kaduna to buy a car. So when I got to the car stand, I got the car and then I drove to that particular place. So when I parked in front of that place and I saw the people that I met in that same place and they were still there.
Besides
Since
enter.
the car is stranded, is tinted so they couldn't see me. I saw them. A lot of them have wasted their lives because in that place there are armed robbers, there are drunkards, there are all kinds of vices. Anything, drug dealers, anything, was really any bad vice was really around that place. And I saw people still there, looking really aged, and I looked at myself and I said, "This can only come from only God that this kind of thing." I met these people in this same place. Then I left, and this is almost at the time it was over 10 years, 10 years or so. I was in this place, and the people that I left were still there doing the same thing that we're doing. So I was like, no, 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 no. This is definitely God. For me to meet these people in this place, leave them, come back to buy a car in the same city 10 years later, drive to that place, and the people were still there doing the same thing. It's obvious that, God specially chose me and, brought me out for his use and for his purpose. So, I started to reminisce about it. I was in tears, I was crying, I was just thanking God about it. And then I came back, and a few days after that trip, I was still, in the picture of all those things that I have gone through. And then I went into a church in Guarimpa, and one of my friends, Felix Nelson, was ministering on stage. And as he was singing, the whole thing was just touching me. And then I came back upstage, picked up the song. When I came upstage, picked up the song he was singing, and then a few other things, just hit me on stage, and I was adding it based on that story, knowing where I was coming from to where I am, and today the song is a blessing to everyone. So that's how we came about the song. That's how God gave us the song. So it was me and Felix Nelson that came up with the song in 2019, November 2019. So I did all the promotion that I know how to do, and I have promoted other people's music, and they become successful. Then I started promoting my own, and nothing was happening. I was wondering what's going on. How
Now
can
that
I be
the
promoting
song
it? Yes, and the song is not going. But today the story is different. I think God just put something on the song, and everyone started to sing the song. From that time up until now, the song keeps getting bigger. Like I just released it. Some people think I just released the song this year, but it was released 2019.
have you ever any time felt like giving up?
So, well, a lot of challenges. If anybody thinks it's very easy, that's a deception. That's a lie. One of the challenges, in fact, the most recent challenge I had was that same 2021, when the song started becoming very big, and nobody was calling me. People were not inviting me. People were singing the song everywhere, and they didn't know that it was my song. And do you know how you feel when, I don't know how to explain it, but you can see the song everywhere and people are getting blessed and you are not even recognized at all? That was the way it started. So at that point, I was like, I think it's time for me to just give up on this music, because I have finally, it was like after all the years of toiling, now God has finally given me a song, and this song is now trending without me. How? You know? So I've had too many reasons, too many things that's happened that can, make me give up. But one of the things I keep remembering is that first, David didn't have anybody to encourage him, so he encouraged himself. So I encouraged
Yeah.
myself. Secondly, another thing that kept going through my mind is, how can you throw away 20 years of God's promise? God gave me his word, and then I have been working for over 20 years. So I didn't think I can just throw away what God has said to me for about 2 decades away, just because I am going through one challenge. So I just kept going. I encouraged myself with God, and I kept holding on to God's promises, his word. He said he will do, and the things he had said to me. And now I can really understand. I'm happy I stayed, because I can see all the things he's doing, and I can see his work getting bigger, through through the music. In fact, the song, I'm surprised to see, almost every country now, this like top in every country. Any country where you find Nigeria, song is like, no.
So